Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another rankings video. It's been quite a while since I have done one of these. I have done rankings of the Sims 4's packs, as well as the Sims 3's. But this time, I want to do something a little bit more specific. This time, I'm ranking the worlds of the Sims 4. So, I do want to give a big disclaimer here. These are my personal opinions. This is not an objective tier list where I'm saying, oh, this is everybody's favorite world, and this is everybody's least favorite world. No, it's not like that, because it has definitely happened to me, and it's happened to other people in the past, where I see people just get super heated in the comments section, attacking the creator as if they are representing everybody. But this is not it. This is not one of those tier lists. This is just my personal opinion, and this tier list was made by Dan Sherma Whiskey 1. I hope I said that correctly. And yeah, this is on tiermaker.com. I will link it in the video description below. I have done a couple of these sorts of ones before. Yeah, I think with that, we will get started with this tier list. So I did customize this a little bit. I am going to be ranking the world as I go here in like chronological order. So we have the fail tier at the bottom, fail, meh, then good, and then great, and then yes! I wasn't sure what to put as like the top tier, because I didn't want to think of like putting one that was just like, oh, amazing, or S, or God tier. So I don't know, I just thought of Captain Falcon's upbeat going, yes! So, yeah, with that, we'll get started with Willow Creek from the base game. So, I think I'm going to put this one at a good. It doesn't quite hold up as well as some of the later worlds in terms of just, like, how it looks and how much there is to do. But it does have quite a lot of lots, especially compared to the worlds that we get now. But it is, I do feel it is a bit generic in comparison to other worlds. I mean, it makes sense since it's the base game, but still, yeah, I just don't feel like it holds up as well in certain aspects. But yeah, it's not enough to put me like put it in meh. But yeah, I guess I can say it's at least good. And the same goes for Oasis Springs, but I'll put that above Willow Creek because I feel like with the desert setting and the variety of settings it does have, like with the grassy neighborhood and the downtown where it's kind of like by a beach, and the two like richer neighborhoods, I feel like has a little bit more going for it in terms of the settings. So yeah, I'll put it above Willow Creek, which is kind of funny because normally I would not rank a desert world above a grass one. I tend to like more like lush settings in video games, but yeah, Oasis Springs is one of those exceptions. Kind of like Lucky Palms in The Sims 3. But Grand Falls from Outdoor Tree. Yep, this is going to be our first fail. Yeah, I like wooded settings a lot in The Sims, but I feel Grand Falls is a little too small. It is cool how it has that hidden lot with the shack, but yeah, I guess maybe we would have gone into meh, at least if it had a swimmable lake, because it does have a lake. It's like, come swim with me, and then no, we can't do it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, it'll be in the video title as well, I'm sure. This is as of July 2020 when I'm making this video, so there's not going to be any worlds featured in this after Evergreen Harbor, and yeah, I'm going to have to edit in Glimmerbrook, or not Glimmerbrook, sorry, I was looking at the Glimmerbrook icon, but Evergreen Harbor and Brightchester, I'm gonna just edit those in, so I'll be fine. Yeah, with Grand Falls, I just feel like it doesn't really have enough in it. It is a vacation world, but I think they did a little bit better later on. Yeah, it's too bad. Same with Magnolia Promenade, another fail of a world here. It's too small. It only has 4 lots. Yeah, it is kind of split up a little bit and get to work because of the hidden 6M world and the active career lots, but still, it's not an excuse. There's just not enough in Magnolia Promenade. Also, it reuses assets from Willow Creek with the backdrop and everything, so that's another thing that really keeps it in the fail. Otherwise, maybe it would have gone above Grand Falls, but no, it's too small. It's too bad. I would have loved to place more businesses in there, but nope, stuck with what we have. The Newcrest, this is an interesting one. More so than maybe any of the other worlds in this list to rank, because it really, part of it depends on what you do with it. Because Newcrest we got just before Spa Day, less than a year after The Sims 4 came out. So it's just like a free world, just do whatever you want with it. But one thing you can definitely judge this is that, like with Magnolia Promenade, it does have like the same sort of backdrop and atmosphere going for it as Willow Creek, but it does have sort of like different things in the background, like a golf course in one of them and like a river in the other. But I think I'll put this in a good, because it does have a lot of space still, and I do like what I have done with it, where I have sort of like a shopping district to kind of make up for Magnolia Promenade, and the two neighborhoods there, one's kind of like a white picket fence sort of place, and then you have like another one that's kind of like a mix of commercial and residential. So yeah, it's still a decent world. I'll put at the like bottom good. So Windenburg, you can't spell Windenburg without win, so it definitely goes in yes. No, seriously though, it's actually like a really nice world. It has such like a great variety of locations, whether you're like in the Tudor Old Town or in the harbor, or in the bluffs, or in the private island, or Von Haunt Estate, or the countryside, or the ruins. So much going on in this world, and I love the European atmosphere. That's something we have very little of still in the game. So yeah, Windenburg, amazing world, to the point where I'd say Windenburg is the biggest selling point of Get Together, more so than the clubs. Yeah, it's still not my favorite world though. We'll get to that a bit later. So San Myshuno, this is an interesting kind of one to rank too. I thought a lot about this one, maybe more so than any of the others before I recorded this, because wasn't sure whether to put this in great or yes. But the thing is, like, yeah, the set dressing is really nice in San Myshuno. I would say it's the best looking set dressing in the whole game. But I feel like there should be more playable area in it. Like, I get what they were going for. It's like tight spaces, especially because there's apartments everywhere. But I feel like there should have still been like a bigger area with more playable buildings in them. Like, especially in the fashion district, there's like one or two shell buildings that I feel like should have been playable, but no, they're just decoration. So yeah, that holds it back from being in a yes. But it does have a lot of diversity going for it. That's really cool. Even like with the fashion district, it's like the closest thing we have to Asian representation in the game. Hopefully we get an Asian world in the future, but yeah, it's still a great world to play in. I enjoy playing in it, but it's just, I wish there was more of it to play in. But Forgotten Hollow from Vampires, yeah, fail. At least it'll be in the top part of fail, but yeah, it's just so small, and I feel like there's not much to do in the world. But at least it does have a more unique atmosphere, so it has more going for it than Grand Falls and Magnolia Promenade. And it's a pity, too, because Vampires is easily one of my favorite packs with The Sims 4, but the world, ugh, yeah. But then, on the complete opposite end, we have Brindleton Bay. This is definitely my favorite world, and Mimiko's as well. So, absolutely, this is going into the top of yes. This is the most relatable world I've ever seen for me personally in The Sims. I feel like I'm actually living in a real-life version of Brindleton Bay. I feel like it's just so nicely constructed. It's not as large as Windenburg, but still, I love what this world has. I never get tired of playing here. And especially since I do have a lot of nature-loving Sims, I feel like this is a very good world for it, and it's a good place to go for a jog along the nature trails. And also, if you have a dog, you want to take them for a walk, it's good as well, since it came with cats and dogs. So yeah, really great world. I love Brindleton Bay. So the next one we have here is Celadorada from Jungle Adventure. This one I am going to put in great. Not as great as San Myshuno, but I do like how it has a pretty unique locale where it's like based off of South America, and I love how it's like a semi-open world. with the jungle. It does have a couple loading screens once you get super deep into the jungle, but for the most part, you just cut through the archways, and there's no loading screen. It's really cool. I do wish there were like interactive animals. Maybe that would have been enough to put it in yes, but yeah, it's very pretty. It's very pretty, and I love exploring whenever I get to play with it, but I do wish there was more interactive stuff. So Del Sol Valley. Yeah, this is another one I thought a lot about, especially since Get Famous is one of my favorite expansion packs, but the world, no, this is a fail. Because it's like, it's definitely, I think it's definitely based off of Los Angeles, a big city, so why is the world so small? I know they've said performance, but I wish they could have held out a little bit longer. Like, Sulani ended up being a bit bigger than Del Sol Valley, but it's just like, oh man, like, I had such hopes for this world, and I think it falls short. It does have some really nice backdrops, like especially Mirage Park. I feel like there's not enough really like low-end, really run-down looking neighborhoods in The Sims 4. And Starlight Boulevard's kind of nice too, especially like watching the highway, and that's the Walk of Fame mechanic. But then with the pinnacles, even then, like, its backdrop is... it's like with the superhero shows, like the superhero shows that I watch at least, like with the Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, like the reason why a lot of their fight scenes are filmed in the dark is so that the special effects don't look as bad. I think the backdrop of the pinnacles looks horrible during the day. It's not as bad during the night. So it's like, oh, well, the part of the point is the view. So even then, it's just like it fails in that aspect. So yeah, maybe if it had been a bit better, it could have got into a meh. But no, it's going into fail, but at least it's in the top of fail. So Strangerville, this is an interesting one too, because you have to basically talk a little bit about the story as well, because the story is so integrated into the world, because it like changes as you like progress through the story. I think I'll put this at the top of good, because I do like it more than Oasis Springs. I don't feel like it's enough maybe to be in great, but yeah, I think this is like the best sort of like desert world we have so far. It even has like a decent size going for it. It has a bit of variety with the settings as well. I think maybe a bit more than Oasis Springs. So yeah, maybe just falling short of great, but still pretty good world. And then next up we have Sulani from Island Living. So this absolutely goes into yes, for sure. It's kind of like the opposite of Get Famous in this in the context of this tier list, because like, oh, Get Famous, I love the Get Famous expansion, but fail of a world. But then Island Living, not a great expansion pack, but great world. Definitely like the prettiest world in the game. It's just like, I keep getting drawn back to this place. I feel like I keep posting pictures on Twitter of this world the most. So yeah, really great world. And also like, oh yeah, I got also like the dolphins, because we only see the dolphins in that world. I think they're really fun to play around with. Yeah, it's such a fun world to play in. Though I still hope we get more water activities in the future, but really, we should have had scuba diving. But anyways, I don't want to go into a whole rant about how lacking Island Living is. I've done that many times before. So, Glimmerbrook. This one I have thought a lot about too. I think I would put this... I think I'll actually put this above Strangerville. If it would just let me, please. There we go. Because, like... And I am, by the way, putting, like, the Magic Realm in there as well, since it came within the same pack. So, I do love the wooded settings, so I think it is a bit better than Granite Falls. And the Magic Realm is visually stunning. If it weren't for Sulani, I would say Magic Realm is the most stunning world in the game. Sometimes I kind of flip-flop between which is more visually stunning, because, yeah, I know at one point, I think I did say in a video that the Magic Realm is prettier, but nah, yeah. I just wish it was bigger, though, and I wish the Magic Realm was livable. Because you kind of can, but then you still have to, like, go back home eventually, like for work and such, if you go like to rabbit hole and such. So yeah, it falls just short of great, but yeah, Glimmerbrook, it's at least a good world. Then we come to the worlds that I need to edit in here. So Brightchester from Discovery University, I would put that in a great. I don't know if I would put it above San Myshuno, but I do like the whole UK-inspired vibes of it, and I do like how different the two university campuses look. And I also like Gibbs Hill, the downtown district, where you have, like, it's very, like, old-fashioned looking with the row houses and all that stuff. I do wish we could live in one of those, though. It's too bad they couldn't make, like, an apartment shell out of it or something, but yeah. But I would still say it's pretty great. I do like playing in it, and another thing that really gives it some brownie points is that it does have swimmable water in every district. It's the only world besides Sulani at this moment, as of July 2020, that has the open water they can swim in. So yeah, definitely goes into a great. And then yeah, last but not least, we have Evergreen Harbor from Eco Lifestyle. So I would put that one in a great as well. At the top of great would be San Myshuno, and then Evergreen Harbor, and then Brightchester, and then Salvadorada, because with Evergreen Harbor, it's like a lower middle class world when you start out, but then you have the flexibility of making it look like a very modern high-tech world when you do the modern development action plan that is unique to that world. And then there's also the green initiatives where you can have more plants in the world if you want to. So that helps elevate it above Brightchester, despite how much I like that world. And yeah, how it's a little bit more unique. Even though it is still in America, we have so many American-based worlds. I really hope whatever world we get next is not in America. But yeah, it's I think still ranks above Brightchester for those reasons. And I like how Port Promise looks too, where it has that harbor setting and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, that brings me to the end of this this tier ranking. I'll probably do an updated version of this once we're like at the end of The Sims 4's life and we have all the packs. Since this is just as of July 2020 when I'm filming this. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. How would you rank all the worlds based on your best judgment? I know, like, not everyone has played with every world, so yeah, at least to the best of your ability. But yeah, this was fun though. This was really fun. I love talking about worlds in The Sims 4. But yeah, I'll wrap this up here. So be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Paralive, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Yay!